I think this outfit's already fused itself to my armpit. Oh, hey, hi, it's me, Wilma Fingerdoo, with the Fingerdoo review of Camp Wannakiki Season 4, Episode 3. And before we get started, I just wanted to send another shout out to Miss Kitty Litter ATX from Camp Wannakiki Season 2. The bad news is she recently had some health issues that have kept her from working, but the good news is she's launched a merch shop. I got myself one of her t-shirts, which I actually showed off when I was doing one of my All-Star 7 reviews, but I put a link to her merch shop down below in the description box here. If you're a fan of Camp Wannakiki, then you're definitely a fan of Miss Kitty. Show her some love if you can by buying one of her fabulous items from her newly launched merch shop today. And a great big hello to Miss Kitty Litter ATX, who assures me she's well on the road to recovery. Here's to you, Miss Litter. Oh, I don't have a cocktail. Well, let's fix that. Jorge, drink me. Oh, is this another Kool-Aid teeny, another red one? How many did you make? Yeah, they're starting to grow on me. I still don't know why they're fizzing. All right. This week, the Sugar Baker twins received a phone call from Drag Race Season 14 contestant Maddie Morphosis from Camp Hootaho. Apparently, their reigning Miss Hootaho wouldn't give up her crown to the new Miss Hootaho, and, well, I really didn't listen to the rest of it because Maddie's voice could put rocks to sleep, am I right? Seriously. Anyway, the Sugar Baker twins offered their help to Maddie and then went off to find Camp Counselor Ruthie and the campers so that they could hoist the task off onto them. Of management. And where was Camp Counselor Ruthie, you ask? Under a table with her hand all the way up Ranger Danger's puppet. What? What did you think I was going to say? Come on. Yes, Ruthie and Danger were giving the campers a show, but I'm sure it's not the show they wanted to watch if Ranger Danger was involved. Pigs. No, Ruthie and Danger gave the campers this week's daily activity. The campers had to split into two teams, create their own puppets, and write a puppet show for them. Like you do. Right away, Ruthie called on Clinica DePrecious and Hillary Yaz as the season's first two winners to be team captains, and one by one, they picked their teams. Hillary picked Lily St. Queer, Coco Sho-Nell, and Pola Frost. Clinica picked Coleslaw, Deja Di Delataro, and Flapjack. While the campers got to crafting, Team Clinica badmouthed the competition. Okay, it was mostly coleslaw, but then, isn't that just how she shows love? As for Team Hillary, they were happy just to be there. Let's. Of course, being a nosy Nora, Camp Counselor Ruthie couldn't help but to check on the Queen's progress. Team Hillary had broken themselves up into categories. Lily was writing the script, Pola was in charge of costumes, Coco was handling sets, and Hillary was in charge of special effects. There's a Canadian joke in there somewhere, and I'm not talking about Hillary. Over on Team Clinica, although the campers told Ruthie their puppet show was a group effort, it seemed like Flapjack wrote the bulk of their script, and Coleslaw was making the production seem bigger by creating finger puppets to fill up their stage. That's a good idea, actually. And then, mere moments before the talent show, tragedy descended. Poor petite flower Hillary Yaz had a fall. It sounded like she could have temporarily dislocated her knee and seemed good enough to head off to the talent show, but I was worried that she didn't go to the hospital because, well, she's Canadian and, well, we don't like to pay for healthcare at the best of times. Who could say? Either way, the talent show kicked off as scheduled, with all the campers in attendance, much to the Sugar Baker twins' delight. Up first, the puppet shows. Ranger Danger hauled out the puppet theater, bless his muscles, and even took a moment to pose for the campers. There he is on a puppet theater stage. Do you think he had a fist up his Team Clinica's tale of a story time gone wrong and a Trump-supporting hater being taught a lesson of pride by the Drag Avengers even had a costume change in it. You think that harness outfit is family-friendly? Hillary's puppet show opened with a song, and to be honest, I didn't really pay attention to the rest of it because I was too busy singing. Apparently, their play involved a pride-hating Hillary accepting the power of love into her life and becoming The super positive Hillary, yes! Did I mention the song? And then it was time for the talent show. Flappy was first with her non-binary pride look. The best thing about Flapjack's look was her explanation of the meaning of the colors in the non-binary pride flag. What can I say? Knowledge is power, so Fingerdoo for Flappy. Thanks. Coleslaw's pride look was a little more pedestrian, if you ask me, although I liked her outfit. I loved her moving away from her signature makeup look more. Still, Fingerdoo for Coleslaw. Thanks. Pola Frost looked like a great big gay car wash if Cher owned it. So clearly I gave her a Fingerdoo. Clinica's alien-influenced space theme with a non-binary creature bursting forth into the spotlight was brilliant and totally worthy of a Fingerdoo. Clearly Clinica came to win, seriously. I love Lily St. Queer's hanky code-inspired pride look. Would have given her a Fingerdoo right away, but I was afraid she would sit on it. I really wanted to like Coco's pride unicorn, but I didn't. I see where she was going with trying to make her nose look like a horse, but it just ended up looking like a pig. And don't call me a size queen, but that unicorn horn should have been way bigger. As it was, I barely noticed it at all. But the worst thing about her look was being able to see her pads through her tights. So sadly, I had to give my girl Miss Sho-Nell a Fingerdoo. Didn't want you. Don't hate me, Coco! I thought Deja D's talent show look was adorable, but truth be told, in that wig, she looked more like a lion than a bear. Actually, if I'm honest, I think she looked more like Nicole Byer. Just me? And last, because she's Canadian, was Hillary As, who started her talent show off in the closet and then burst forth covered in pride-loving goodness and more than a couple of bathing suits. I'm so serious. I'm sure Hillary bought those bathing suits in America. That's why the price tag was still on them. It's too cold to swim in Canada. Ask anybody. Back in the rec room, I was sorry to see that Hillary was using a crutch to get around. Now, she did just injure herself, so that's to be expected, but Fingerdoo's crossed, it's just precautionary and not necessary, seriously. For the most part, the campers all seem to have a good time, not just with the talent show, but with the daily camp activity too. In fact, the campers were feeling so good about the work that they did that they just talked about the prizes that were on the line instead. In fact, the only queen that seemed worried in the least was poor Coleslaw. There's always one. Back on the talent show stage, camp counselor Ruthie announced that the winning puppet show was Team Clinica, aka the Drag Avengers. And then Miss Ruthie surprised everyone, including the Sugar Baker twins, when she announced she had found an extra pride badge down her top. Right, somebody else didn't find it, I'm just going to say. That meant that there were now 8 badges and all, so no one was going home this week. Hooray! Here's to everyone. Seriously, that's good news. But even with that kumbaya moment, there was still a winner to announce, and it was down to Clinica de Precious and Deja D. After a little chit-chat with Ruthie and the Sugar Baker twins, it was announced that Clinica de Precious was this week's winner, and no one waddled off back to civilization. Hooray! Well, what do you think? Are you happy that no one went home? If someone had to go home, what would you have picked? Personally, I think all these queens are winners, but if I had to pick a talent show look to send somebody home on, it would have to be Coco Chanel's Club Kid Unicorn. I'm sorry to say it, because I really like Coco. But I'm so super glad that Ruthie found that extra badge, seriously. And what about Clinica? That's her second win of the season. Do you think there'll be more? Do you think she's a shoo-in for the crown? Let me know what you think in the comments down below. And while you're down there, you heard me, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, subscribe to my channel if you haven't, and check out the links in my description box down below for ways that you can help support this channel. Until next time, it's me! Mwah. Seriously, Horrid. I'm so sorry that, anyone has to go home, but Opal just, it wasn't her thing. No offense to Opal, but, some people aren't built for competitions, and she seems just very low-key and easygoing, and even, she said her drag was this way, and it's like, okay, well, it's that way of drag isn't going to win you a crown. here's what we're reacting to, and you've brought none of that. So I feel bad for Opal, but at the same time, I'm not surprised she went. I'm sorry that Vincent went, but now I feel like all of the queens are really solid. That's the problem. They're all sparkling. My retinas, I can't tell the good from the bad anymore. I have to go blind though.